One day, Arkansas actor Billy Bob Thornton was shaving, and he was mad because he wasn't getting the parts in Hollywood that he wanted. So as he was shaving, he started playing around with the voice of a guy he knew in Arkansas. And then we started doing the face, yeah.
And this is how Sling Blade came to be. The story soon followed The Face in the Mirror, first as a one-act play, then a film short that was so well received, Thornton got just over $1 million to produce a full-length film. And for Thornton, there was only one place to shoot it, Benton, Arkansas. And he wanted Arkansas actors, like Natalie Cannerday, who he called, and she thought he was asking her to audition.
And his exact words were, "Oh, Natalie, screw auditioning. I wrote the part with you in mind. It's yours if you want it."
And Natalie wanted it.
I get the script and read it, and it was so good.
To go with Arkansas actors, Hollywood stars like John Ritter, Robert Duvall, as well as country music star Dwight Yoakam and child star Lucas Black. But despite the big names, Arkansas actor Tim Holder, who got a small part as an undertaker, says it was Thornton who stole the show.
He would tell the cameras where to go and where everyone to sit and what to do exactly, and then when the director of photography said action, he was immediately Carl. It wasn't like he took any time at all to get into character. He was just right there. He was so used to the character that he would go straight from director into Carl. I mean, it was stunning.
I picked up a Kaiser blade that was sitting there by the screen door. Some folks called it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade.
There is no doubt that Billy Bob Thornton was fully obsessed with that character in that story.
Jeff Nichols was a student at Central High School when Sling Blade hit theaters in November 1996. 25 years later, he's an award-winning director, responsible for movies like Loving, Take Shelter, and Mud.
Y'all don't need to be afraid of me. I got two ways to protect myself out here, this shirt and this pistol.
My films do not exist without the influence of Billy Bob Thornton and this movie.
It don't matter to me about us losing, does it you?
No, sir.
You're like, this guy did this. He did it in a pure way. It worked, and people responded to it.
Cannerday says she knows why.
Every character in it was, you believed they were real and existed, and you either knew somebody like that or were like that. And so that's why I think it resonates.
And it wasn't long before Holder realized he was in something special.
I started seeing a lot of celebrities talking about it in interviews that had nothing to do with Sling Blade, that people were saying, if you haven't seen Sling Blade, you've got to see it.
Thornton would go on to receive nominations for several Academy Awards and took home the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay. Glamour aside, Sling Blade's influence is still being felt 25 years later.
It showed me what was possible from the state of Arkansas. You could not watch that film and have it exist anywhere else. Any other southern state. It exists in Arkansas.
You still see signs of Sling Blade's presence in Benton. For Natalie Cannerday and Tim Holder, it's something that will always stay with them.
It really did change my life in terms of it opened doors for me, and people wanted to hear me audition and wanted to meet me and wanted to hear me read.
It's just an honor to have been a part of something that's that historic, that is that important for Arkansas.
And Sling Blade's impact goes well beyond just its cast. The movie continues to inspire the next generation of Arkansas filmmakers.
What it did was inspire, a kid in high school to come back here and dedicate himself to making movies here.
I'm proud of you.
25 years ago, the movie Sling Blade gave the world a glimpse of Central Arkansas. It was shot right here in Benton, and our very own Thea Lally was a part of the production crew, along with her friend Rob. We're going to talk to him, take a trip down memory lane, and this field right here probably looks super familiar because this was actually one of the big stars of the show.
Meet Rob Sutley. He is from Los Angeles, but he now calls Arkansas home, and he's going to tell you why.
We're at Gary's Sling Blade Drive-In, where one of the most iconic scenes from the film was shot, and we're going to talk to Thea and Rob about their experience. Rob, tell me how you ended up here in Arkansas.
Came in to work on the film with the crew from Los Angeles. Over the course of a couple months, fell in love with the film commissioner, sweet Susie Lilly. Since then, we've had 2 children, and we reside in Hot Springs.
So Thibault, what was your role on the film?
I was set costumer, so I represent the wardrobe department on the set. So I stay with the actors, I get them dressed in the wardrobe for the day.
I was key set production assistant.
One, and action.
The football field for me was a really pleasant day. It was all about the kids, and
Right.
Billy Bob was interacting with them and tackling.
Tossing the
and-
ball, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a really
That was a
positive
blast.
day. Yeah.
Was that one of your favorite scenes to shoot?
That and the baptism scene.
Roll sound, please.
I really liked everything that went on at the Fix-It shop. The scene where they couldn't get the lawnmower or the tiller started, and they have Carl come over and check it out. It doesn't have any gas.
One of the most memorable performances of the movie is the young boy Lucas, and he went on to some great things like NCIS New Orleans. So what was it like working with him?
That was his second movie, and he was adorable. He loved to fish.
I remember he had to be hunted down a couple times when he wasn't close to set, and it was basically look for the nearest body of water.
He wants to go home. Fun attitude, which he and Billy Bob really fed off each other that way.
Eva and Rob, thank you for showing us around here in Benton, where 25 years of Sling Blade memories still remain. A lot of things have changed here in Benton, but you can still come and discover some fridge fried taters right behind us.
Action.